Good evening, everybody, and once again, welcome back in today's class. Today, we are almost at the end of the course now. Okay, and if thing goes well, we will be able to complete it today itself. Today, we are going to be discuss the topic which is called integration. In simple, a layman language, if I say integration means when two systems interact with each other. Integration. My my mobile phone and my laptop. If they're interacting with each other, they're able to transfer the file, photos, images, songs, movies. I can say there's an integration. If I'm able to talk to Arus and Arus is able to convey his message to me, there's the integration between us. Okay. So now in today's topic, we're going to be discuss that how integration has been set up. So what I will take one side ServiceNow and other side also ServiceNow. So one side I have my dev 86 and one side I have a dev 110. Okay. The fundamental of integration will be same. Either you do the integration with Microsoft Teams, you do the integration with Slack, you do the integration with WhatsApp, you do the integration with BMC Remedy, ServiceNow, Jira, any tool you pick up, any tool you pick up. The fundamental will be same always. What we have to do? Take the same example. I want to transfer the songs from my mobile phone to my laptop. What I will do? This is my mobile and this is my laptop. I need to build a connection. Bluetooth cannot be work here, so I have to build a connection, which will be a wired connection. This is a wired connection. In our industry, this is called as a API. What we call is as a API. Stands for Application Programming Interface. Okay, this is called the API, Programming Interface. Sorry, Application Programming Interface. Okay. Now, same thing which we repeated already. When you go to a restaurant and you order something, the waiter came to you and pick up your order, right? And he go back in the kitchen and get the food for you. The waiter is playing a role of API here. Okay, he's playing a role of the API here, which don't know that what to bring by his own. He only know what you are ordering. And he only know what chef has cook and put it for the particular table number. So now in ServiceNow, we have two things. These are not two things, we call it the inbound. And we call it the outbound. कुछ आ रहा है, कुछ जा रहा है. Inbound and outbound. So the question comes, Atul, do we need to create APIs? No. There is a concept which has been introduced by ServiceNow called the integration hub, where ServiceNow provide, I guess, more than 100 plus out of the box, out of the box, what I can say, APIs which you can use as it is, just make the changes in the targets and your work done. We're not going to discuss that because that is mainly used in the other areas, mainly used for the workflow or the flow level, flow designer level. We use that. Okay, here we're just using a normal API. So what I have to do? I have to go here and click on the this one, and we click on the API. Wait, go for the API level. REST API, sorry. This one, REST API Explorer. Click on this. Okay. This is the API. So there are two things, REST and SOAP. These two are the two different type of APIs, are used differently. I'm telling with my experience, when I was appearing for interview approximately 5 years back or 6 years back, a lot of time I got this question, what is the difference between REST and API? Practically, I don't know that idea still now. But उस टाइम मैंने उसका रट्टा मार लिया कि भैया ये डिफरेंस होता है. In the industry, REST APIs are more considerable and usable due to their benefits. Okay, now what we are going to do, we click on the Explore. Few APIs given by ServiceNow, as I say, you have to be just change the method. So it says namespace is now. I'm using this one only, means given by ServiceNow. It's a table API, it means I'm doing a table to table mapping, and it is the latest version. And whenever we use the API, we have a CURD operation. Either you, so now what I'm doing, I'm transferring a song from my mobile phone to my laptop. It means I am creating the song in my laptop. So either I will create, either I will read, either I will update, or either I will delete. To do this part, I need some methods. In ServiceNow, not in ServiceNow, in the programming language, there is a method called the get and put and post. This is the same thing we're going to do. If you want to create a record, let me come here. If I want to create a record in 1110 from 886, then I have to use the post method. This is what they're saying. If I want to get a record from this in this, then I will use the get method. If I want to make a changes in this one from this one, then I will use the put method. I want to delete, I will use the delete method. Now I'm putting a question for you. If it is a last class for today, then please find out the answer. What is the difference between modify, put, and the patch method? There is a difference. Put versus patch. Find out what is the difference. Okay. So now what I will do, we are not going to create any new API. We need a format. We need a template. So what I will do, I'll go, this is a standard format, you can see. ये था. मैं क्या कर रहा हूं? I want to create an API by which I will create an incident in my instance and it will get created in this instance. ये Aruska instance है. And to do that part, I have to create an API. So I'll go here and we'll say incident. क्योंकि मुझे सिर्फ फॉर्मेट चाहिए, मुझे कुछ नहीं चाहिए अभी, फिलहाल मुझे फॉर्मेट चाहिए, nothing else. And just put send. यहां पर दो चीजें इंपॉर्टेंट है which I want to discuss. Request and response. In the old days, when there was no mobile phone, क्या चलता था मेनली? हिंदी में कहते हैं तार, और वैसे होता है टेलीग्राम. You go to post office, you say, hey, can you send this message to my brother, my sister in that particular city? That person call to the post office and put a short form. 12-15 words allowed होते थे बस उस time. Has been put it and they delivered it. And वहां से response होता हाँ मुझे मिल गया. That is a request and response. Currently we're using the JSON format. JSON क्यों? Because XML is tough to read. JSON is easy to read. Okay, if you when you grow in your career, when you go in this part, then you will be able to understand this part, these things. JSON is easy to read. I have one document, I guess, downloaded 2 days, 3 days before. I will share that in group. That what is the format of JSON and why JSON is so useful. Okay, so I created just a normal, simple, what I can say, a API. Okay, and I now click on the this one. ये बन गया मेरा API. ये देखो ये रहा. ये मेरा API बन गया. I created an API and click on the OK. So what I did basically in this part, I write a letter to myself only and post it. And I receive that letter at my home. When I receive 200 is a positive response. It means it means the API has no problem, no syntax problem. It is working fine. And now what I will do? What I will do now? Give me 1 minute, guys. Someone is pinging me on phone, some important point. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Okay. So now what I will do? I will copy this. Okay. Now my actual work will be starting. What is my actual work? That I will create an incident here, and it should go here. For this, what I have to be do? ये क्या है? ये लाने ले जाने का तरीका है. ये मैसेज को लाने और ले जाने का तरीका है. This is a way. But message, if I want to bring any message or to send any message, I need some mediums as well. उसका source and destination I did it. Okay. So what I have to do? Come here and now search for the rest messages. This one. Outbound. मुझे भेजना है कुछ यहाँ से. I want to send it something from here. Okay. Now I click on the new. I'm telling you, don't get confused. Just hear my words as a normal story. Story है, कहानी और कुछ नहीं है ये. कुछ भी नहीं है. And I'm telling you, you do any type of integration. Let me give you a simple example. You're sitting in a one room and you want to pass the current in all the rooms. What you need to do? अतुल हमें wire बिछानी पड़ेगी. We have to put the wires, then switch on the button. It will go. Okay. So the same thing we have to do. So now I'm putting it here. LNG. और क्या करो यहाँ जाके एंड पॉइंट कि आपने भेजना कहां पर है, मुझे ये बता दो. मुझे कहां भेजना है? 110920. मुझे इस एड्रेस पे भेजना है. 0920. ठीक है. और यहाँ पर टेबल नेम लिख देते हैं. What this mean? कि now from this particular address, if I'm sending any letter, I want that letter should go to this particular flat, this particular society number, and this particular flat number should go. ये हर एक में लगेगा. आपको endpoint, you need the endpoint URL for every case. Without endpoint URL, without knowing the destination, you cannot proceed in the APIs. Being a consultant, this is what the first thing we should ask to the customer. Okay. So being a consultant, we should ask, okay, what is the endpoint URL? So now let's click on the save. बन गया, इतना बन गया, मेरा endpoint URL हो गया. Now authentication. Remember the same example which I gave yesterday. If I want to go to Aru's house, right? I have to prove my identity at the main gate or the security gate. So I have to put the authentication here. कि भैया मैं यहाँ से कुछ, if I'm sending something here, it is going to this particular place. They need the authentication that you are the right person or not. So what I have to be do? I have to be click here. So nowadays we have zero authentication, don't verify, basic authentication, or OAuth 2.0, something, what I can say, advanced level. So what I will do, I'll do just basic one. For this, I have to create a basic profile. That is when I asked Arus yesterday, give me your instance and create an account for me. So I am going to be create a new profile. Okay, and click on the new here. Put 110920. He created my account and oh, and done. ठीक है, हो गया. Basic profile is ready. Click on save. Step 2 हो गए. So again, consultant, you need URL point. You need the basic authentication. Ki boss, give me one user. Now what to do? Now come here. Okay. Sorry, not come here. Now go to HTTP methods. By default, ServiceNow is giving me the get method, which I don't want. क्योंकि get क्या करेगा? It will bring something from there. But I want to send something from here. So what method I have to do? I have to use the post method. Click on new and put lng post. Method is post. Okay. Clear यहाँ तक? Any doubt? Tell me guys, any doubt, any question? Story है ये, nothing else. It's just simple story.
So Atul, question here. So for integration, you're using the. I missed in between little, so just trying to understand because I had some other. So you're trying to connect from one profile to another, one instance to another.
Let me repeat. What I'm doing, what is the intention for this particular session now? I want to build an integration between Arus instance and Atul instance. Okay, number one, that is my end goal.
Okay.
So that once any incident get created in Atul instance, it should get created into the Arus instance. To do this part, I had to create an API first. I need an endpoint URL. Endpoint URL means what is the destination, which I got from this one. ठीक. Then I say, boss, ये तो बहुत बड़ा घर है. इस घर में किसको भेजना है? Give me one place. So you said, Atul, it is for the incident only. So we created for the incident management. So if you see here, if you see the test message, see, हमने क्या किया? हमने ये बनाया, आपके घर का इंसिडेंट ये एंड पॉइंट है, मतलब जो भी जाएगा यहाँ जाएगा. And to connect this, I have to prove authentication at your house that you are the right Atul Grover or not, which we done in the basic profile. Now what we are doing, that we have to create a record. So I'm creating a new method here, and same thing I'm putting here. Now dev, remove this 110920 and sorry 920 and put table name is DENT incident. You want to inherit the authentication parent? I said yes, and click save. ठीक है. अब ये क्या हो गया मेरा? ये मेरा होगा टेबल टू टेबल लेवल मैपिंग. ठीक है. This is my table to table level mapping हुआ है. Now field to field level mapping. How system will know कि बॉस अगर आप यहां से इंसिडेंट में हेलो लिख के भेज रहे हो, वो वहां के इंसिडेंट में हेलो ही जाना चाहिए, राइट? So now what we'll do? Come on this HTTP request. and we have to put the attributes here. Okay. Now let's say, I'm giving an example. Let's say using ServiceNow, and in my ServiceNow there's a field called caller, and you are using remedy, let's say BMC, and your field name is Star. So दोनों अलग अलग हैं, right? Value will be same, but both has a different name. So we have to do this mapping here now. So now remember one thing. Remember that when we done the this thing transform map, right? Transform, what we did, table to table mapping, then we did the field to field mapping. Now I have to do the field to field mapping here. And to do that part, we have a syntax and semantics here. So what I will do, I'll go here and I copy this one. This is the way to write it. I'll tell you that how to write. This side is your source. ये मेरा short description क्या है? Source field है मेरा. This side is my target. Now you have a question. Atul, we are doing ServiceNow to ServiceNow integration. In this case, both should be same. Yes, because I was just picking up example, so I put like this. And now click on save. Now click on save. So question is that Atul, do we need to do this thing for every field? Yes. आपको लेटर में जो कुछ भी लिख के भेजना है, you have to write it here. कि नेम में नेम, एड्रेस में एड्रेस, फादर नेम में फादर नेम, पेरेंट नेम में पेरेंट नेम, मेल बॉक्स में मेल बॉक्स, फोन नंबर में फोन नंबर. So we have to define everything here, everything. But उसके बाद क्या करो, यहाँ क्लिक कर दो, auto generate variables, so that it will be coming like this. मतलब अगर आपको कल यहाँ डिस्क्रिप्शन में भेजना है, copy this, put as a description. ठीक है, इस केस में ये हट जाएगा यहाँ से सेमीकोलन. ठीक, मतलब कि मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, डिस्क्रिप्शन को डिस्क्रिप्शन में डाल के भेज रहा हूँ. अगेन डू द जनरेट वेरिएबल्स. हाँ, redefined, you want to define? Yes, I said I want to redefine it again. So now it has been defined. Clear हुआ यहाँ तक? Everybody is clear? Clear, Arus?
Yeah. Other question.
Go ahead.
This is you are giving the two fields name because now in this case the intention is to actually connect to tables, and whatever you enter in any of those fields on the table should reflect on the other instance, right?
Correct. So
for example, if you get another request of integration through an API, and there when you have to connect a table, is this the same process, like you need to give field individually, all the fields?
Yes. That is what my intention. That is what my intention, that the process of doing is the same. Same way you have to create an API, same way you have to create a method, same way we have to be authentication, same way we have to put these content or these fields as well, and same way we have to do this mapping here. Only अपना घर बदल जाएगा, एड्रेस तो यही रहेगा अपना, सिर्फ इतना फर्क होगा. चेंज है तो चेंज डाल दो, प्रॉब्लम डाल दो, रिक्वेस्ट डाल दो, नॉलेज डाल दो. ठीक है, नाउ लेट्स टेस्ट इट कि अगर मैं यहाँ पर कुछ वैल्यू भेजूं, it should create an incident in the Arus instance, right? So now let's go ahead.
But there is no shortcuts or any way to get into a higher level, right? Like
no shortcut. You have to be right it. I will give you the shortcut, but little later, not now. Because this what we are doing is a static one. क्योंकि हम टेस्ट करेंगे. आई क्लिक ऑन द टेस्ट हियर. ओके, इट इज गिविंग मी 400 एरर. देखो 400 एरर गई, मतलब कुछ तो फेल हो गया मेरा. समथिंग इज फेल्ड हियर. द पेलोड इज नॉट वैलिड JSON फाइल. What we have built, it's not working as expected. Let's say why. Let's copy this and try to open this. चलो ट्राई करके देखते हैं. हाँ देखो, मतलब पेलोड तो सही चल रहा है. Something is fine. See, my payload is working fine. Otherwise, अगर कुछ होता तो यहीं पे आ जाता है. Unable to connect this. Something wrong in my payload. Let me come here. Let me close this and come here. ठीक है. It is giving me error कि बॉस कुछ तो गड़बड़ है. Let's scroll down, go to HTTPS request. Where it is gone? What's not appearing in the bottom? Wait, let me come here. ठीक है, let me come back. इसका मतलब कुछ तो प्रॉब्लम है मेरे इसमें, right? Let remove this. I'm sure that this is what we have done wrong. Control X and let me remove this. And now save. ये common issues हैं. From the day I'm starting teaching or the sharing this knowledge on this part, I always face issue. And let me regenerate this. Okay. Now let's do one thing. Let's put test value here. Hello my world LNG. Okay. And now click on the test. कि मैं वैल्यू पास करके देखता हूं. 201. It should be 200 logically. Now let's come here in Arus instance. Go to incident. Create open. See, my incident get created. My incident get created here. It means my API is working fine now. समझे अरुस?
Yeah.
Right? It means अगर वैल्यू पास हो गई, one value is going, one time data is going, it means एड्रेस तो ठीक है भैया. Right? Now the only problem left. अतुल ये तो static है. Right? And it contains the test values. That is a major problem now. What is my requirement in the practical life? As soon as incident get created, the value should come here. That is my actual problem statement. But this is a static one. So what to do now? Let's click here. Do one thing. Click on this and control कॉपी कर लो इसको बस. कंट्रोल C. हम क्या करते हैं? We will write a business case. Sorry, business rule. Business analyst है तो business case ज्यादा याद आता है. Let's click on the business rule. Click here. And let's get a new business rule. New. ठीक. And believe me, by seeing this, by reading this or by checking this video, this today's tutorial or the knowledge sharing session, you will get a basic idea of the integration. After that, more you explore, more you will get. So I'm putting LNG best 12 VR. Which table I want to do? I want to do for the incident table. ठीक है. On record insert yes advance after. ये तो हमें पता ही है after है insert. क्या करना है advance? यहाँ आ जाओ and remove this and put our code जो वहां से हम कॉपी करके लाए हैं. Only one thing here to be changed. अभी क्या था? I am passing the static value. ये मैं static value pass कर रहा हूं. Now I have to pass the current value. Current dot. Wait, let me check. I already have this code handy with me, so let me check. Yeah, current dot short description. ठीक है, we are doing short IPTION short description. Correct. और कुछ नहीं करना. So if you have a 10 parameters, you have to do this for the 10. Current underscore short description आएगा. What this mean? कि boss अब ये business rule, when it business will run, it will take the current description and run this particular REST message. जो REST message का नाम ये है, यहाँ जाएगा, उठाएगा, ये वैल्यू देगा और जाके वहां पोस्ट कर देगा. Now let me click on the submit here. And now let's get an incident. Create new caller. Put anybody name. See. LNG welcome from dev 86211 and save. Your work done. Now let's check, is this particular incident get created in your instance or not? Come here and refresh. So you can see. This is what is called the dynamic integration. So whenever you build your API message, that is called the REST messages. When you build your REST messages, copy the code and go and make the changes, add them in the BR of the client script. Where you want to be add, you can add them. And it will work for you. This is the basic fundamental of integration. This is what I learned from experience. This is what I shared with my previous batches, and I want to share with you. Now you get the understanding that how the integration works. Now, irrespective of the tool, it is a Remedy, ServiceNow, Jira, Jenkins, any tool you want to integrate, even WhatsApp you want to integrate, even you want to integrate Slack or Microsoft Team. Same thing apply. You need endpoint URL, you need the authentication, you have to build a method, you have to put the parameters to pass that. That's all you have to be do. Simple. Now bring your questions. Arus and Jyoti, any question? Please ask, that is important for you.
Atul, now it's anyway ServiceNow to ServiceNow, so there are no restrictions. It get connected. But like you said, WhatsApp or Instagram. Huh? So if you're connecting to another, yeah.
Arus, your question is wrong. Your question is wrong. It is two different ServiceNow instances. The only thing is that I know the endpoint URL for your instance. If it is a WhatsApp, you should know the WhatsApp endpoint URL. If it is MS Team, so I have installed MS Team as well in my system. In my this thing I can say. Wait. If you see here, I have MS Team. And in ServiceNow, there's a plugin available. If I go here, you will get a plugin. If you install that plugin, it will give you the default API as well. And then put the endpoint URL, or maybe I'm not sure that how should it to take basically. But I know there's this one, Team Connect Chat Record, MS Team Chat Connector. This one allow you to track the chat using this part. So if you're chatting something on the MS Team, it can get an incident for you as well. MS Team activities pads. So you have to put little bit insights now. That's all, nothing else. And there's a lot of videos available in YouTube. Integration with MS Team, Slack, WhatsApp, ServiceNow to ServiceNow, ServiceNow to Jira, Jenkins, BMC Remedy, every. But the fundamental will be same. I'm telling you.
Okay, got it.
Okay, the fundamental will be same here. Clear?
Yes.
Good. Now, the next part of this particular stuff, that's called the ldap. ldap is basically a kind of an integration which need to be done between AD, or you can say Azure nowadays, with ServiceNow. AD stands for Active Directory. Maybe Jyoti, it's a new concept for you, but Active Directory is a place where information about user, that which department he belong, which group he belong, has been stored there. Nothing else. No personal information, no address, no birthday, nothing is there. In the AD, only these two information is there: users information and the user group information. Why I want to tell you? Because maybe in the interview this can be asked. Do you know that how the AD integration happened? Nothing need to be do from our side. ServiceNow give a completely out of the box functionality for this. See, because ServiceNow, no, every company has a Active Directory. ServiceNow तो टूल है, एक नया इंस्टेंस है, एक नया आईपी है, सॉरी एक नया क्या कहते हैं इसको, एड्रेस बार है, नथिंग एल्स फॉर देम, राइट? लेकिन एडी तो हर कंपनी, द एडी इज द बेस फॉर एवरी कंपनी. सो व्हाट दे डिड, ServiceNow provide the complete module for AD and ServiceNow integration. अगर मैं यहाँ आपको दिखाऊं जैसे AD and ServiceNow integration. Yesterday when I was discussing, see, ये रहा, ये आपका AD एक्टिव डायरेक्टरी है, ये पूरा, ये मिड सर्वर है, ये मेरा डेटा सोर्स, इंपोर्ट सेट, दो ट्रांसफॉर्मर पे, एक ग्रुप का, एक यूजर का. दिस पार्ट is already set up by ServiceNow for us. Nothing have to be do here. What they're doing, they're sending the request in the AD via mid server, and mid server is bringing the data, user data, putting in the import set. Import set से transfer map. Transfer map has two things, one for group, one for user. Now let me show you these things. कहाँ गया? हाँ, देखो ये ना, डेटा सोर्स, ट्रांसफर मैप, कुछ नया नहीं करा. वन डेटा सोर्स इज फॉर द ग्रुप, वन डेटा सोर्स फॉर द यूजर, वन ट्रांसफर मैप फॉर यूजर, one transfer map per group. This thing we know. What we are doing, we're bringing the user records manually in the Excel sheet to ServiceNow. But if your company is using, definitely there's no question of is using. Every company is using AD. Nowadays it was AD, nowadays it was Azure. Okay, Azure AD or Microsoft 365, something they'll be using Azure's kind of things. So we have to do this integration. What it do, as soon as any new user get created in AD at a given point of time, this job run. So what happened, given point of time a job run, यहाँ जाएगा, देखेगा अरे AD में कोई ग्रुप नया बना है, yes, यूजर बना है, yes, यहाँ से इंफॉर्मेशन लाएगा, डेटा सोर्स, put the data source, user का information put in the user data source, group information put the group data source, वहां से इंपोर्ट सेट्स से ट्रांसफॉर्म मैप, और आपका यूजर यहाँ बन जाएगा. दिस इज व्हाट दिस पर्टिकुलर थिंग डू. एंड व्हाट वी हैव टू डू, वी हैव टू बी जस्ट सेट अप आवर, कहां गए ना, AD servers, ldap servers we say, because now ServiceNow did not, I guess, using this. If we want to test it, so it's saying let me test this. Any way to test connection? No, it failed. because this is a server given by ServiceNow as a demo server, which is not working at point of time. If it work, then it is easy for us. But in our practical, in our official instances, we have to be set up this server. Sorry, it's not even active as well. Now let me try. No, it's not. Verify server address port accessible. It means on this server something is not working. So maybe I cannot make it as a true. No, it is set up by ServiceNow only, so it's not a true. Okay, so I cannot write this code here. So from the LDAP is also one type of integration, guys. Don't think it's not integration. It is a one type of integration only. But here all the setup given by ServiceNow, all the schedule logs, all the certificates, all the properties given by ServiceNow. We had to be just put the monitor server detail and work done. If you want, you can create your own server as well. And you can create it, no problem. Put the server name, server URL name, and go ahead. No problem in that part. Clear? So intention to put this topic, it's a very, very small topic, just to tell you that if you don't know any integration, at least you should know this integration. LDAP should be known to everybody. And it is given by ServiceNow out of the box. Completely. This is what the example we saw here. Okay, if you have server, you can put, let's say LNG. Let me put, because I know I don't have any server available with me. It will fail. Submit. So if I try, it will not work because it's not a server. I'm just putting as a normal this URL only, by name only, nothing else. So it will not work. But if we know, if we have, then we can use this part. Clear yahan tak? Any doubt? Any question?
Atul, does this have the LDAP anything to do with the real-time data transfer or something? Because I had
so see, I tell you one example. Your point is valid, but from my side, it's not a valid requirement. In your company, there are 2 lakh employees are there. Okay. Now let's say on a day, 5 employees, or let's say today morning at 10 o'clock, 1 person has been joined. Okay. If I run my job after 10 minutes, after 20 minutes, then that job will go in the AD and find out, will have to be scanned 2 lakhs record first. Then find, oh, 1 person is there, take the value. After half an hour, 1 more person join. Then again job run, go to the database, we'll find out. So generally, what standard practice in industry we saw, this job run once in a day. Generally in the midnight it run. And that is the reason when you joined a new company, you did not get your email ID on the same day. You get it on the next day, because HL will process your request, then they will put your data in the system, it will go, it will fetch, and then it will get your account. And then you get a service access in the background. That is never a best practice. This concept is called the polling. Go and check, go and check. No. 2 lakh records check करना बहुत बड़ी बात है. So it's not recommended. What you can do in a day, 2 times you can do. After 12 hours, but not after half an hour, 35, 30, 40 or 10 minutes. No, it's not recommended here. Same concept goes for when you want to be upload the CMDB data as well. एक दिन में 500 CI बनती है, हर घंटे में, हर मिनट में CI बनती है. If you start polling that part, it's taking a lot of time, a lot of performance impact. Then better do in the midnight. Why? See, let's say, okay, you requested for access. You get a response from your IT desk. Arus, please try after 5 hours or try tomorrow morning, because they know कि अभी करके कुछ नहीं होगा, जब जॉब रन होगा तब इसको एक्सेस मिलेगा, and that job run in the midnight only. So that is the thing, they have this part.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Clear? Any doubt other?
Okay.
Good. Now let's proceed further. Last topic, small topic. First topic I'm introducing. First time this topic I'm introducing here. Okay, it was not earlier I introduced, but I want to be introduced a small topic. Okay. There's a concept called the metric. I tell you the problem statement first. Atul, you started topic. You spent 35 minutes to explain that topic. ठीक है? You spent 35 minutes to explain that topic. ठीक है? After that, you ask me, Arus, any question. When I put question, you say, okay, Arus, time has been over. ये तो गलत बात है, right? Maybe today 30 minutes I take, tomorrow 45 minutes I take. After that, I'll take 20 minutes, and I'm cutting your time. So you want to measure it, that how much time Atul is taking on the explanation, so that you can improve this. अतुल नहीं, आप बहुत एक्सप्लेन करते हो, इतना नहीं, 10 मिनट का एक्सप्लेन बहुत करो, बाकी हमें give us the time so that we can put our question answer on that part. Okay, this is what and how to manage it. That is the important question. How to manage it? To manage that part, we need something in system, and that is called the metric table. Metric definition. Okay. That is called the metric definition. So ServiceNow provide a concept called the metric. Click on the metric definitions here. I want to know that how much time a particular assignment group keep the ticket in his or her bucket. ताकि भाई, let's say a ticket has a SLA for the 4 hours. 3 hours तो Service ने ले लिया, and when it reaches to me, it breach. No, that's wrong. Why should I take breach on me? I also need a time at least, right? So how you will check this part? These things can be checked via metric table. Okay, so now what I'll go is come here and say metric. These are metric definitions. Let me show you. Like incident state duration. ये रहा. Service ने दिया हुआ है. What the purpose of this? To keep a track that how much time a particular record stay in a particular group. 5 मिनट यहाँ रहा, 15 मिनट यहाँ रहा, 20 मिनट वहाँ रहा, 40 मिनट वहाँ रहा. How to get? By the metric definition is be getting. Because that is a very common problem in the systems, in the industries. यार 4 घंटे का ऐसा है, तो you just giving me half an hour to check. No, it's not possible. So we have to do the metric definition. So how it work, how it create? Come here, metric definition, click on the new. Simple. Again, the first time I'm doing this part, so what I know, I'm putting it here. Let's say I want to create it on the LNG. Sorry, I'll put the name LNG batch 12. Okay, which table I want to put on the problem table? ठीक है, कहाँ गया problem table? ये रहा. Which field? क्योंकि metric only work on the field level. I want to do on the category. कौन सी ये incident या ये problem record, how much time it was in this particular category, and how you want to do this. You want to do the field value duration. You want to do some scripting. मतलब scripting यहाँ पर भी है. I want to go for the out of the box, completely out of the box. field value duration and click on the save here. Okay. Only thing which need to be remembered here, if I am creating this metric now, it will not work on the new, it will not work on the previous records. So now let's do one thing. Let's come here and record. Because अभी क्या है, अभी यहाँ पे कुछ results नहीं है, देखो कहाँ गया हमारा metric definition, ये रहा. There is nothing results. ठीक है. Let's create a problem record. This category software and save. ठीक. Now go back to your metric and reload. And now you can see our problem record is there. क्योंकि this particular functionality start running on this particular record. If you notice one thing, that it has a start time but no end time. Now let's do one thing. Let's come here, change from software to the network. Click save. And now come here and reload this. And you can see here कि सॉफ्टवेयर में ये 35 सेकंड तक रहेगा, उसके बाद नेटवर्क हो गया. Maybe you have a question, Atul, can we have a new and old and new value as well? Let's see. Do we have any functionality here? Field and field value. Let's see. नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. So this was the previous value. This was the new value. Now if I go here, I click on the software again, save, and reload this. So yeah, see, third line also is coming again. Okay. So now, Atul, do we need to be come here? No, नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. If you go to the incident and if you see, I added this metric table. What? Go here, configure and related list. Because I know this concept. So there's a related list available with the name metric. Already I did this. So let's do the same thing from the problem. Because in the problem there's a no metric related list. Configure related list. This is metric. हमारा LNG का नाम था ना. Sorry. Click and save. And now you can get this information here. New था. So now you see this particular related list is bringing all the metric definition which is running on the problem table. If I come here, let me click on this metric definition and let me put on the problem. See, so these three will work and show the data in this metric only. अलग-अलग नहीं होंगे. Don't say, Atul, can I get three different? No, ऐसा possible नहीं है. Because if you notice in this incident one, see, this incident is a 3. Incident state, call and open. If I go and show you here, total 7 है, बाकी नहीं है अभी, क्योंकि ये इंसिडेंट किसी को साइन नहीं होगा. देखो, yes, let me put assignment group here. And now if you go, it will change the add one more value here. So you see 4 आ गई, यहाँ पे पहले 3 थी. This one. If I add this as well, assign 2, नहीं है क्या कोई? Okay, let me put Bristol. कोई नहीं है इसमें भी. अरे like this. So if I'm saying any, all the metric definitions which you created in a single table, you can display in a single place like this. और इसके बाद आप फिल्टर कर सकते हो, भाई मुझे तो इंसिडेंट स्टेट का ही देखना है, कर सकते हो, इसलिए कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. सो नाउ यू कैन सी असाइनमेंट के 2 हो गए. क्यों? क्योंकि आई चेंज द असाइनमेंट ग्रुप. अर्लियर if you want to bring, you can bring the field value here. Key which value was it is. Value. So that you can identify how much time it will take. And you can create a reports as well on these metric definitions. Because at last that is the purpose. At last that is the only purpose. So we can do this part via help of the metric. Simple hai, not that much. If you don't want to go any coding part, don't worry, create a simple one. Let's see anything on a change. They have only 2, basically for approval and change type duration. Let's open and see. It is approval, it is a type. Field value calculation, normal calculation, nothing much. On the type, कि कोई type तो नहीं change करता, थोड़ा सा आगे बढ़ा किसी someone has changed the type. And if you open this, simple field value duration, nothing on the coding part. So if you see any scripting here, like the script, create to resolve duration, first call resolution, कि पहली बार कॉल पे कितना टाइम लग रहा है मुझे चेंज करने में. So they have a code here. Simple. If you want to do this thing, you can do this thing. Totally up to you. What you want to do. The only thing is that this is coming out of the box. And good to use in the system. Good to use in the practical life. A lot of things will be get sorted out from this one. That is the thing. Clear? Any doubt? Any question? Any clarification? Jyoti. Good. So now let's do a quick recap of our course, what we have completed today. So we started our journey with the cloud computing, where we see SaaS, PaaS types, private, public clouds we see, and hybrid cloud we see. Then we started with the ITL4, which includes the ITL, SVC, SVS, plus it includes the practices, what practices has been done. Then we go for the major practices of ITL4, that is called the incident change problem. Plus we added the request, we added the knowledge and the CMDB in that part. After that, we discuss on the ServiceNow architecture and about ServiceNow, its data centers, its failover backup recovery part. We discuss about the capability, its ITSM, ITOM, ITBM, SecOps in the brief. And then we started our ServiceNow journey with the experience part, that what the front end look like, the native view or the console view, which we called, what is the banner frame, content frame, how to navigate in the tool, what is the list, what is the form view, what is the sidebar, all the things. With this we have done on the user menu, system properties, what to change, how to change, where to change, like these things I'm saying here. These options we see and other properties we saw here. After that, we go on to the data level, transitional data, foundation data. What are the difference these two? What is the department, location, countries, all these things we done. Then we started our user journey, which includes user creation, role creation, group assignment, role assignments kind of things, where we see plus and minus. We see on the update set, how to do update set, what is the purpose of update sets in that part. Table creation, form creation, schemas we have discussed, delegation, form layouts we discussed. Then something new which I introduced this time is called the delegation, the formatter. After that, we discuss on the SLA, which includes 2 types, response and resolution, plus 3 types of SLAs, OLA, and the underpinning contracts. Email notification, when to send, to whom send, how to, or what it contain. That is the thing we discuss. How to bring the data in ServiceNow from the third-party tools or from the Excel sheet that we done in the transfer map. We see without creating any inputs at table in the transfer map, how I can create bring the data in the system, how to move the data. I'm talking here not the configuration by XML. So we see that part. Then we discuss about service portal completely, how to configure that part, how to understand that part, request management, including catalog item, categories, plus catalog builder, workflow, flow designers as well. We have done on that stuff. After that, we pick up on the data lookup and the assignment lookup things, how these two are different and how it's be working together. Then we bring on the CMDB part, including CMDB, CI creation, asset creation, mapping table, and we see CSGM services part as well and the work, and we see that reporting part. Then we go to the our scripting part where we majorly understand and discuss about customization and the configuration part, that how it's work, how is it differently. Understand the classes, glide classes on the server side, on the scripting part, on the what I can say client side, UI policies, business will be discussed. And in the last 2 or 3 days, we completed our database view, dictionary overview, ACLs, report and dashboard, type of reports, dashboards we saw. And then we see how to remove the configuration or the customization or the business logic from one instance to other instance, that is called the update set movement. And yesterday we discussed about cloning and upgrades, how it works, how it can be done. And today we completed with this our service now to service now integration and the metric definition. This is the overall agenda which we discussed earlier and we completed. This was a short course because as per my experience, I cut out a lot of topics, advanced topics I cut out because I found feedback it's not much relevant at point of time if you're new in the service now industry. Okay. Any question before I close the recording, guys?
Atul, do you have any materials or any reference you want to share?
No material, nothing. What we discuss, you have the boundaries now. Go and search it, because if I have something, I'll share, you will not open that and you will not search anything new as well. Go and do research at your side. In case you did not find, let me know. I'll try to find out something for you in that case.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so now I come on the completely end of this course. Before I close, let's take a few seconds. The day one when we start our course, we pray to God that please give us a strength so that we can able to complete this course on time with the dedication and the honesty, which we all together done that part. So let's take few seconds, 10-15 seconds, and let's thank to God the all the strength He gave to us, or to whom you worship, you to whom you believe, and then we are able to close this course. Okay.
Yeah.
And last, I would like to be say thanks to you, all the participants and your family members, your husband, wife, kids who give a time to you to continue with this class with the dedication, and definitely thanks to my family as well, my wife and my kid who always there to be support me in that part. From tomorrow, no class, you can take rest and rest things. Nothing much to be discussed here. Okay. So with this, I'm just stopping the recording again and we'll take a quick attendance for today as well.